Hi, Barrick. Hi, Ender. Hi, Mr. Boogeyman. How are y'all doing? Y'all ready for more Planescape? Also, real quick.
All right.
Don't mind me just casually murdering that guy. It's fine.
You see that? Damn it.
Hi, Solar. Apparently walk into here. Doesn't look like there's anything to that, but hi, Maeve. How are you? Is my mic working properly? It looks like it.
Done.
Automod being homophobic. Chat, help me remember that I need to... Why did it disable my auto pause on enemy sighted there? There's a quick loot button? Every time without fail, it gets auto-modded. Please stop provoking the auto mods so that I don't have to tab out each time. I keep having to tab out to do that and it freezes the game.
All right.
You're fine. It, like, I do find it really funny. It's just a matter of, like, with this game specifically, this game minimizes every time I every time I tab out.
You see that?
Cat.
Done.
This is all that remains of a this sedan. That's not sedan. And this is all that remains of the sedan chair that was here. The people of Sigil really like their cars. Actually, if there's anywhere in like D&D lore that would be like, oh, they really like their cars, it would be Avernus, actually. Go, my pack mule. Wait. Why do your quick item slots not take up any inventory space? Go, my pack mule. Put on 85 bronze rings. Cat. Hi, wizard. How are you? Cat ears wiggle when beamed. Yeah, they're rigged. I'm not, my model doesn't move enough to trigger the wiggle often. But yeah, they do have rigging. I love that I'm just filling up my quick item slots with, like, all the shit that I, like... And that's the bones Lobster puts there, the jiggle bones. Hi, Kitsune. Don't know if Morte makes a very good fighter. I mean, he's a rogue. He's a rogue. Make of that what you will. His comments and teeth can be very biting. Black Rose. This man moves with a frightening speed, and he seems only half there. His eyes burn out of his haze, and their madness pierces your heart. You. His voice is like a blast of cold air. Declare your allegiance. Do you hold for good or evil? I believe in aiding those less fortunate than myself. I choose good. There's a man named Rotten William. He's a dark and deceitful man. He's a leader of the Dark Alley Shivs. Find him at his alley and slay him, and you will serve the cause of goodness. Fail and evil shall rise. Refuse and I shall slay you. Okay. I await you. Go now. I had some questions first. There are no answers. There is only action. Go.
Done.
Your day's having a slow start tonight. Imagine someone on the street asking, "Are you good or evil?" Not only that, it's imagine somebody on the street asking, "Are you good or evil?" And then when you say, "I'm good," being like, "Hey, for the sake of good, go kill this dude."
Rock sings true.
Damn it.
The rock sings true.
Hi, Bulgarian. I'm doing pretty good. How are you? $300. Man, I should kill people more often. I say that as I've done nothing but kill people in the alleyway of dangerous angles. Man, I gotta say, like, I'm not the version of Sigil that I am more familiar with is a lot less of a what kind of like what would you say that this setting is like?
Done.
It feels very much like, oh, everything here is awful. This is a slum. Yeah. Have you slain Rotten William? Yes. Wow. Your next task is to slay Crystal, leader of the Razor Angel. And is that angels or angles? I can never remember. Balance requires her death. I'll be back. Await you, I'm gone.
I'm gone.
Razor Angels. Okay, it's weird. Something about this game's font made me be like, wait a minute, is that angels or angles?
I'm gone.
See a young man dressed in plain but well-kept clothes. Pauses in his pacing as you approach. Greetings? Rock in trouble. Big, help you do? What's wrong? Rock forget rings intent. Friend need to magic with. No rings be mad at Rock. One ring brown like Jink, other shiny like mirror. Last is pretty in yellow. Bring for Rock? I'll bring them back for
Updated
you.
my journal.
Sure. Ow. Ow. This is like somebody who keeps touching the like. This is like the door thing from Lies of P that I was doing. That was a loud ass sound effect. What spell was that? Currently affected by, that was chromatic orb. Okay.
All right.
Surely this time. Ouch. Oh, did I just get hit with darkness? Yeah, blindness. Yeah.
Done.
Oh, there's a locked crate. Really? Seemed to have startled her. She abruptly stops rummaging through the tent and stares at you nervously. Greetings?
I wasn't doing nothing, I swears it.
Why don't you tell me what you weren't doing? It looks as if about to tell you something, and then she quickly dashes for the door. Stop.
Done. Done.
Welcome to the Cathedral of Auskar. Have you come to worship Auskar with me? You can be his second disciple. Why are there no other disciples of Auskar? Over the years, I've had many disciples. Unfortunately, they've all disappeared. It's quite frustrating, actually. That as soon as they become initiates, I never see them again. Lately, there has been a rumor going around that the lady herself is the cause. Now no one comes by anymore. You're the first soul I've seen stop by in a long while now. Tell me more? Sorry. Auskar is the keeper of gateways. In Auskar lies the power of portals, doorways, and opportunity. Sigil, also known as the City of Doors, used to be the home of Auskar, until he was cast out by that accursed lady. Now there are few worshippers of Auskar here because the lady forbids it. That will soon change, however, as I can help the people to see the greatness of Auskar. You cannot stand against the will of the people. I have no wish to cross the lady.
Done.
Enjoy getting turned inside out on your own time, friend.
I'm gone.
Hey, what are you doing in my tent? I'm searching for Rock's tent. Do you know where it is? Blast, you another friend of Rock's? Yeah, this is one of the tents he calls home. As you can see, this one's full up. Go to one of his other tents. Yeah, you're a friend of Rock's and I'm a friend of Rock's. So what? Doesn't mean I have to talk to you.
All right.
Charm of Infinite Recall. While practicing, some mage students discovered a means to condense and store knowledge into a charm form. A particular charm contains the entire resource library of the famed Karen School of Mages. Unfortunately, the effects of this charm are fleeting, and the user is rendered intelligible for a short period of time. This charm can be used to identify unknown items. Ah! I have a couple things that I can identify. Though I'm not sure that I want to do that. I'm not sure that I want to spend that.
Done. All right.
Okay, I think I found all 3 rings.
All right.
Did you bring? Yes? Got all the rings, here. Are you new friend of Rock now? Rock take rings now. Rock, thanks you, new friends.
Updated my journal.
Masters, Rock has the rings. Let us begin. Yeah, abracadabra. Oh. Yes. Spell of, create insect plague. See what appears to be an ordinary limlim. It's hard to believe that this cute little creature slaughtered 5 wizard apprentices with such ease. Why would I kick Limlim? Rock lose friends, but Rock make new friend. Call him Green Thing. Scroll of armor and identify. Thank God. You see, and now is where I run into issues of, like, game system knowledge. Oh, are you full? Oh, that was... Well, that's cool. You can change the bars to numbers? Where do you think Morte's carrying all of these? This is where I run into the issue of not knowing, like, how 2E spellcasting works. Where is it? This is like right behind my microphone, so I have to lean off to the side. Start identifying, identify man. Why can I not identify? He has the identify spell.
Endure. In enduring, grow strong. I shall serve.
All right.
Hi, Melissa. How are you?
I hear your words.
Why can I not use the spell to identify?
I'm gone.
Like, go back in. Is he gonna be dead? No, he's just hanging out with the Lim Lim.
Done.
See, a cool, collected woman. Her face is set in hard, determined lines. Voice is low and firm.
I am Crystal, leader of these Razor Angels. You're in our home. What do you want of me?
Tell me about yourself. He shrugs.
I'm the leader of the Razor Angels. That's really all you need to know. I created them, they follow my commands. Now, what do you want of me? We came here when bigger gangs took over the trash warrens near Ragpicker Square. We got here right around the same time as the Dark Alley Shivs. We've set up Kip on the other side of the alley. They're a bunch of murderous thugs, and
here she pauses.
we're thugs, but we don't kill if we can help it. We just need to make a living. And given our situation, charging a toll's the best way to do it.
Sounds rewarding.
And no, it's not. Only we've got nothing better going for us. We're hive dwellers. Even the scant education I got won't get me out of here. No one wants a hive dweller, so we make sure we're not entirely ignored. And before you go, I need a favor from you. And this slice of alley just isn't big enough for us, and the Dark Alley Shivs. We've got a heart, they've got hate. Kill off their leader, Rotten William, and you'll get free passage through the alley from us for the rest of your life. And come through here often enough. It'll save you a lot of jink.
Or you come through here often enough, and that'll... He's already dead.
It's done. Rotten William is gone. You have my thanks, traveler, and you'll never again pay a toll for passage through the alley of dangerous angles. I have but one more request of you.
What is it?
And there's a dangerous killer, a lone wolf who goes by the name Black Rose. He's preying on my people. I ask that you stop him.
I'll do it.
And then find the barmy Black Rose in his alley and write him into the dead book. When he's dead, return and I shall reward you.
Got a deal.
Updated my journal. Done.
Good news, Black Rose. We're switching sides. Not yet, and I'm not going to either. His fiery eyes slit and he whispers, "And you are an enemy." With a blur of motion, he attacks.
What's up?
I will hear you.
Oh, he's got This is legally distinct magic missile. I think this is shield.
You gotta face only a
Someone's knees.
Hit him.
I'm gone.
420 experience. Nice.
Have you found Black Rose and eliminated him from the alley?
Yes, you need not worry about him any longer. He hands you a large patched purse.
You have my thanks, and the thanks of the Razor Angels. We're part friends, and she'll remember you.
1,000
Updated
money?
My journal.
Who knew all it took to get rich was to sacrifice my good nature? Actually, I don't even think that did any, I don't even think that did any reputation damage to me. Fighting for money.
Done.
That's such a goofy quote from Three Houses. Man, I made the mistake of watching some Three Houses content a few days ago, and it made me want to play Three Houses again. And like,
Done.
I can't be getting into Three Houses right now because I need to keep my brain ready for Final Fantasy Tactics. Because if I try to play Three Houses currently, I will burn out on Tactics RPGs before I get to FF Tactics.
All right.
I've come back to buy my eye. You said you had my eye. I'd like it back now. You want it back? Price is 500 coins. You don't got it back, or you don't got it, you don't get it. All right, here. It's a deal. Produces a darkened, wax-stoppered, wide-mouthed bottle from his pocket. You hear the sound of liquid sloshing around inside it, along with the heavier, squishier noise. Opening it, the stench of some sort of preservative agent nearly makes you gag. Floating in the Iskid muck is an eyeball. Better figure out what you want to do with that now that you've exposed it to the air. Might as well put a pickled egg in the jar for all the good it'll do you. Make up your mind, Cutter. Pickled egg or not. Tear out your eye and place this one in the socket. Awesome. Let's do it. It gave me EXP. Without a moment's hesitation, you reach into your socket and pop your eye into the palm of your hand. Bartender helpfully severs the optic nerve. Oh my god. He's so down for that. What the fuck? Why is he so down for that? Directs your hand to the jar of goo that sits in the bar. You deposit your eye in the in the preservative, wrap your fingers around the old one, and slide it into the empty socket. Pain of this entire operation is incredible. After a moment, though, you can feel the optic nerve reattaching itself to this new eye, and suddenly you're hit by a flash of memory. Memory flash. A vast expanse of chaotic, ever-changing wasteland stretching before you. A group of humanoid vultures plummeting toward you. Cruel weapons ready to strike. And your own shining blade clutched tight in your fist. Memory flash. 3 toughs surround you in the colors of an enemy you can't quite place. Long daggers glisten in their hands. The light glints cruelly from their exposed teeth. You glance at your scarred hands. You know soon they'll be covered in blood. Memory flash. An enormous frog-like creature comes bounding over through under chaos stuff, headed for you with a mouthful of teeth. You hurl your javelin through the shifting matter and pin the creature to a sudden stone plinth. You've recalled some of your lost fighting skills. Ooh. Wow. Increasing my proficiency skills, that did a decent chunk of damage to me though, unless that was from previous. I have 4 unused proficiency slots. Wait, I've been using the crowbar this entire time when I have proficiency with edged weapons. Oh, that's cool. You can like join factions. How do I like... It says that I have 4 unused slots, but how do I get more slots?
I'm gone.
Yeah.
Damn.
The rock sings true. Trenches falling. Damn it. Do you see that?
All right.
Oh. Does AC usually start that high at a 10? It does in 5e.
Do you see that?
Never played with Thaco, to be fair. Same. I like how I was like, oh, maybe we'll make some main story progress, and then I immediately veered as far away from main story progress as I could possibly get.
Done.
Because I was like, ooh, let's go explore the Alley of Dangerous Angles. You know, I probably should have, probably should have rested before I came over here. I wonder if you get exhaustion in this game if you don't rest for long enough.
Done.
Come in, Buster. Look here, the finest Toledo blade.
This man is looking at you with a strange bug-eyed stare. His eyes are huge, so huge they look ready to pop out of his sockets and roll across the cobblestones. He nods eagerly as you approach, bobbing his head like a bird, and as you near him, you suddenly notice the smell of urine and feces surrounding him. Greetings? Man sniffles, wiping his nose on his sleeve, then opens his mouth to reveal blackened, rotted gums. Story for coins, sirrah? Breath reeks. It smells like this man has been keeping rotten meat stored inside his mouth. Stories for coin? Who are you? Man snorts, thick with phlegm. Names. Who you are. His head does a slight twitch every time he repeats himself. Names, dangerous. Glances at the ground and stirs the dirt with his foot. Dangerous? Knowing a name or being stuck with one. Both's a mess of trouble. He looks back up at you. My name's a given name, not asked for. Reekwind. Once again, you become conscious of his reeking breath and the smell of urine and feces that surrounds him. A given name. An appropriate name? Not my true name. Reekwind mumbles on, his head twitching every time he says name. A true name is a dangerous thing. Gives others power. He stares at you with his huge eyes and wags his finger. Keep your name secret. Keep it close. Never let it out. What do you mean? Names are like smells. Things can track you with them. Reekwind coughs and his eyes almost popping out of his skull as he does so. His cough seems to loosen his bowels, for he breaks wind loudly as if to accentuate his point. If someone knows a true name, it gives them power. Power to hurt. I don't know my true name.
My journal.
Reekwind's eyes widen. Seeing his eyeballs bulge even larger makes you uneasy. Then you are blessed. Remain nameless, and you shall be as a spirit on the plains. Untraceable, untrackable, unseen, undiscovered. He smacks his gums wetly. A name chosen, a name given. Allows others to find you and hurt you. You been hurt? Reekwind gives a twitching nod, then scratches himself. Let my name slip once. Only once. His eyes film over as if the memory is painful, then glances at you uneasily. Tell you the story, I will. 3 coppers I must see. His face splits into a smile, and he says the word coppers. His reeking breath hits you like a hammer. Very well. Reekwind gets into a stance, looks left, looks right, then faces you. His face clenches, then with a grunt, he breaks wind again. Great. Smell nearly levels you, but he takes no notice. Cursed I. Walk the wards in splendor. He stands up stiffly, nose high in the air. He saunters back and forth, nodding to invisible passerby.
Updated my journal.
Reekwind freezes, his arms akimbo. Cross paths with a crossed one. He had the looking of a pumpkin, his seeds curses. Reekwind then thrusts his belly out so as to appear fat, slicks back his hair with his filthy palm so he looks almost bald, and begins drumming with his fingers on his fat belly, and walks around, circling on the spot where his stuffy upper-class persona used to be. All a jumble with curses this one was. With a sneer and a careless gesture, Reekwind tosses an invisible curse at the stuffy persona. Knew my name, let it slip, I had. Well, it took it all. He stiffens up again, inhaling deeply and resuming his upper-class persona. Persona suddenly crumples, and Reekwind breaks wind violently and exhales, filling the air with his foul-reeking breath. Cursed with stenches, smells, excrement. Came here to tell tales. All good for now. Now, Reekwind is the name. Given name, given name. I think I've heard enough. Updated my journal. Hey, look, it's Craddock. You see a huge man watching the area with a tight-lipped frown and narrowed eyes. He's hunched slightly as if bearing a heavy load on his shoulders. The unpleasant smell of sweat and dirt wafts from his clothes. Greetings? The man glances down at you and his frown deepens. Aye? What are you sniffing around here for? You Craddock? Mayhap. He studies your face as if trying to recall you. If I am, what be it to ye? I come with a message from Bane the Sender. Message states, the shipment must be incursed by the 3rd day or there will be a penalty. By the hells. They be such fools that they think we can miracle it there? Alright then, your message has found its way to the right ears. All the good it'll do. What's the problem? Look around you. Craddock nods at the laborers in the marketplace, then scowls. These laggards and halfwits can barely keep up with the load as it stands. Now it needs doing in half the time? Need help? I'll tell you what I need. All my men to show up for work. Jahela's gone missing since this morn, and I need him back now. Jaheli? Where did he go? That high-bred goat's probably passed out on the street somewhere by the smoldering corpse when he should be here helping us, worthless sod. I could go find him for you. Oh, you could you? Craddock squints at you. Now, why would you do that? You need the help, don't you? Doesn't sound like you can spare the time to go looking for him. There's work to be done. Craddock is silent for a moment, then nods. Aye. If I find Jaheli, tell him to drag his worthless bug-ridden hide here, and I'll pay you for your trouble. He frowns. When you've found him, now get. Alright.
Updated my journal.
Updated my journal.
Try these spices, sir.
I know exactly where he is.
Taste them all over here.
Oh, wait. Can I don't appear to be able to fast travel. Damn. This is just a map, unfortunately. We can't have fast travel. This isn't Baldur's Gate. Actually, that's not even quite how it works in Baldur's Gate either. You're only allowed to move to adjacent places in Baldur's Gate. Yeah. Last D&D session I did, we ended up our paladin ended up with a initiative of -1. See a thin man with stained clothes, a hooked nose, and 2 stubby horns jutting from his forehead. Stumbling about, muttering to himself. He stinks of brine, vomit, and cheap wine. You Jaheli? If so, Craddock needs you back at the marketplace. Craddock? Man's eyes widen. Craddock. Generous boss. Well, you can tell him this. You can pike off. That he's a filthy dog, a cur of the lowest sort. And Jahela's not a working for him anymore. Jabs you with his finger. Tell him that. I'll tell him. Farewell. Forte, what are you doing?
I'm gone.
You know what? Let's actually stop at the rest point.
Ugh, I've never seen something so ugly. I've not. Slow signal days.
This one. I find it really funny how that is
All right.
that like little cutscene that plays when you rest is like all like untextured 3D models. Oh, I also need to talk to this guy. You see Bane the Sender. As you approach, he looks at you hopefully. Are you successful in finding Craddock, good sir? Yes, I passed along your message, although it didn't seem to please him any.
Updated my journal.
Bane doesn't seem to have heard any word after yes, for he smiles and he heaves a sigh of relief. Good fortune indeed. Thank you, good sir, thank you. He reaches into his robe and pulls forth a handful of coppers, which he counts out, and then hands to you. 5 commons for delivering a message? Fair enough. Oh, more than fair, good sir, more than fair. I can say without hesitation there's no finer profession in all of Sigil than that of a runner with the House of Senders. I'll keep that in mind. Farewell, Bane. Oh yeah, chat. I finished the wolf girl. I finished the wolf girl for my D&D campaign.
Right. All right.
See Craddock. His scowl has deepened since you two first saw him. Or when you first saw him. It looks like he's about to crack his face in two. I found Jaheli. Is that right? Craddock glances around. Where is he then? He said, that I should fill in for him.
Updated my journal.
Craddock studies you for a moment. You? Heh, you couldn't. Suddenly falls silent. Oh, mayhap you can. It's hard work, and there's no drinking on my watch. Understood. Let's get started. Work is long, but at the end of the shift, you're not the least bit tired. Craddock grunts as you return. You did well enough. Here's your pay. Tosses you a handful of coins. Now get. We've no more use for thee, or for ye. Very well then. You see a thin, yellow-skinned humanoid covered with a variety of dazzling tattoos. His eyebrows have been accented with black charcoal lines, and his teeth are filed to points. He sees you and waves you over, rattling his dice in his hand. Greetings. He's about to speak when his eyes, shiny and black like orbs of jet, fall upon Dakan. Two of them stare silently at one another for a moment before the tattooed Githzerai gaze returns to you. His voice is low and raspy. Paula greets you. You've come to play a game, yes? Sure. He reaches into his tunic and pulls out a coin. This coin, your coin. Places it at your feet and pulls out another. This coin, Gauha's. Places it at his own feet, then holds up 2 dice between his thumb and index finger. Dice. We both roll 1, yes? Go on. Roll higher both coins. He snatches the coins up from the ground and proffers them to you. Yours. Galha roll higher. Quickly tucks the coppers back into his tunic. Mine. Either rolls higher, the coin stays for another roll. So, how much coin will lie at your feet? Hi, Adam. You know what? 10. You both roll the dice until Galha rolls higher. He snatches up your coins, tucking them into his tunic. He seems to hesitate for a moment, then speaks. Again, yes. Wait, is something wrong? Galha regards you closely for a moment, then nods. Never do I indulge in Hashma's folly. Never do I cheat, human. But I see fortune. Read it. I know it in the face of a man. However, in you I see nothing. I know nothing. Have no luck, no fortune, either good nor ill. Or you make your own, perhaps. I do not know. Places his dice back into his tunic. You might play later, perhaps, but no more this moment. All right.
Come in, Basher. Look here, the finest Toledo blade.
This grim-looking woman spares you only a brief glance before returning to a rant on top of the stage. She has a powerful voice that carries across the marketplace, even cutting through the noise made by the merchants and the surrounding foot traffic. Okay.
All right.
I've merchant. Jump, Lim Lim, jump! Merchant seems to suddenly notice you. Oh, greetings. Would you like to purchase one of these playful gambling Lim Lims, my lord? No, but I had some other questions. Just, what are they? The only questions I'll answer, I'm afraid, are that about the Lim Lims, my lord. They're from the Outlands, my lord. Neither holy insect nor animal. They're friendly, playful, and quite loyal. Takes a sidelong glance at the Lim Lims and leans closer to a whisper. Pretty tasty, too, in a pinch. Interesting. Farewell, then. This attractive young woman is smiling and beckoning to all passerby as she calls out the virtues of her goods.
Plates, jugs, cups, tankards, drink from the goblets of the finest lords. Upon seeing you,
she waves you over as if you were an acquaintance. Might I see what you're selling here?
I sell plates, cups, jugs, tankers, cutlery, and the like, sir. All of quality, sir, the finest.
Steps back and lifts the lid of the crate on the wagon behind her.
Please look over my goods. Should you have any questions, feel free to ask.
I'll examine the contents. You're into the crate. It's full of plates, cups, jugs, tankers, cutlery, and the like. They look to be of varying degrees of quality, but some of it appears quite nice. As you're looking them over, she presses up against you.
See anything you like, sir? Mm-hmm.
Her long waving hair brushing against your shoulder smells faintly sweet like vanilla. Where does all this come from? Flashes a wicked green.
My lovers are all burglars, sir. And these goods are pilfered from the homes of Sigil nobles.
Upon seeing your expression, she laughs sweetly.
A jest, sir, merely. My father and brothers are tinkerers. These are their wares, which are discarded from the nobles' manors and made good by them once more. Oh, sir, but wait.
She puts her hand on your forearm. Her touch is light as a feather.
Are you sure there's nothing you need? Surely something for your own home or a gift.
She bites her lip coyly, cocking her head slightly. That's a nice plate right there.
Oh, what, sir? This one here?
Yeah. That's really funny. That's really funny that, like, if you play along, it's just like, wait, this is ridiculous. No, wait, this is ridiculous. I need no plates. I had questions. You look so sad. You're nearly stricken with guilt. Slowly, she lowers the lid of the crate.
Sorry, sir. I have no time for questions. I must sell what I can before the day is done. My family is large and hungry.
See a spindly-looking merchant with a brush of gray and red stubble across his chin. He wears several layers of brightly colored robes, so much that he looks like a flag with arms and legs, shaking slightly as you watch. Greetings. I, Giscoral. Bows and spreads his trembling hands. As he does, you notice his hands and forearms are a twisted mess of black scar tissue, as if they were once badly burned. What are you selling? Giscoral, buy cloth. Giscoral's voice ticks like a clock, flat and measured. Giscoral, sell cloth, wash cloth, mend cloth, and gestures at his layers of clothing with his shaking hands. Wear cloth. See what you have? He doesn't want to buy my stuff. He does sell bandages, though. There's an option for stealing.
Come in, Basher. Look here, the finest Toledo blade.
This older merchant has a worldly look to him. His deep voice is gentle but confident. Ah, hello there. Are you ready to sample some of the most delectable treats from across the plains, my good man? What do you have? All manner of delicacies to delight your palate, my good man. Arborean fire seeds, garbar root, Elysian pears, crimson lotus petals, Mytopian shepherd's bread, shift space from the chaos of limbo, and sea plums are what I have at the moment. Nearly 5 coppers for a taste of anything you'd like. Second thought, nothing for me. Farewell.
Come on in, Basher. We have the best blades in town.
You notice a plump woman going about her chores. She doesn't notice you entering the room. Greetings.
What are you doing in my house? Don't you have any manners? You don't just go around entering people's houses.
Sorry, I didn't know anyone lived here.
Well, now you know. Please leave now. And close the door on your way out. I have many chores I still need to finish, and I don't need any more interruptions.
I'm gone.
Try these spices, sir.
This broad-shouldered woman is shuffling amongst the huge beams lying on the street. She kicks the beams with iron-shod boots. Every once in a while, she bends down and wrenches a nail from one of the boards with her bare hands. She holds each one up, appraising it, then drops it into her leather sling bag. Greetings. Straightens up, hearing your approach. She's smiling politely, but from her stance and the way her hand rests close to the hilt of her weapon, you can tell she's ready for trouble. You notice one of her eyes has a milky film over it.
And that's close enough there, Cutter. What do you need from me?
I had some questions. What are you doing? Rolls her eyes.
What did it look like I was doing, Burke? Collecting nails.
He laughs gently, shaking her head. Why?
I sell them to a man. Name's a Hammerus in the lower ward. Maker of coffins, he is.
Tell me more of this Hammerus.
And there's not much to say. He's a bit chatty. He'll rattle his bone box till you're barmy if you let him. But a fair bargainer. He needs the nails, I need the jink. And that's about as far as it goes.
Where's the lower ward?
I used to know the way I did, but the Tabus have changed the streets around again. I don't know how to get there now. I'll need to chart a new path, but I figure the Tabus will straighten everything out eventually.
Does anyone else here scavenge nails? He grins and shakes her head.
And no one was clever enough who had the will to do it before me. I've shoved off anyone who tried to jump me claim since.
Pats the long-bladed dagger hanging at her side lovingly. Claim?
Aye, that's what I call it. Honest labor's hard to come by in the hive, and I'm not about to let some sodden piker peel me off my work. I've sent more than one Burke running and howling holding their guts in. Or off with the collectors if they were unlucky.
Her dead eye gleams maliciously.
And the hive knows this spot is iron nails, it does.
Is that how your eye was ruined? Nails' face turns hard.
And none of your business, Burke. Why? Would you like a matching wound for your collection?
No, I wouldn't. Farewell.
Farewell to you. Fare you well too, then, Cutter.
You see a dustman in long black robes and a pale face. Unlike the dustman you saw in the mortuary, however, this man looks confused and is glancing about as if looking for something. When he spots you, he raises his hand to attract your attention. Greetings. The man seems relieved that you're speaking to him. Bows slightly. Thank you for hearing me, traveler. I am known as Ashmantle, one of the Dustman sect. I was wondering if you could direct me. I don't know the area very well, and I'm looking for a certain establishment, a bar, that those of my sect frequent. Do you know of such a place? The Dustman Bar? It's by the mortuary. Orient yourself by the mortuary front gate, then walk directly southwest. You can't miss it. Dustman smiles. Thank you very much, traveler. I appreciate your kindness. People of the Hive are rarely helpful in such matters. Tell me about it. I'm looking for a man named Pharod. Sorry, but that name's not known to me. Very well. Looking for a missing journal. Okay. Tell me a little about the area. This area. Well, there is a market to the northwest, I believe. Some government office to the southwest. Thanks for a moment. The Vermin Control Office, I think. You seem to know this area very well. Shrugs. Hive is a large place. I know some areas, but not others. Tell me a little about the Dustman. Pauses for a moment, then nods. It would be my pleasure. We, the Dustmen, recognize this life for what it is. An opportunity to experience our passions before the next life. Sift through the dust of our past lives for meaning before the next. Extremely loud, incorrect buzzer? Okay. You're about to turn away when you suddenly have a feeling that something's amiss. Suspicious, you glance at Ashmantle again, just in time to see him tucking something into his sleeves. I want to observe his technique. Under the pretense of giving him additional directions to places of the hive, you engage Ashmantle in light conversation and secretly study his movements. Seems to rely primarily on his dustman facade to disarm his victim, then uses frequent bowing motions to cover his pickpocketing attempts. You make a mental note of his technique, just as he makes another attempt to reach into your purse. I'll grab his hand. Your hand snaps out, but Ashmantle draws back suddenly, and you miss grabbing the wrist. You see his dustman facade crumple, and with a frightened look, he runs off. Damn it. This feels like deja vu because we had a very similar encounter previously. This old woman stands silently by the wall, staring off into the distance. She seems to be unconcerned with the flow of traffic around her and clutches a wooden pole from which dozens of small fish are dangling. Greetings.
Oh, hello, sir.
She squints at you for a moment, trying to discern your identity.
Oh my. Here I was thinking thinking you were one of me regular customers.
She proffers her fish pole.
A tuna, sir. Mackerel, sea cucumber.
No fish. Mouth presses down into a tight-lipped frown, and she stares off over your shoulder. What are you staring at? You can see nothing of interest behind you. As you turn back, you catch her looking at you. She looks away quickly, resuming her staring off into the distance. Do I look familiar to you?
Goodness, no.
She pauses for a moment.
You do.
Seen me before then?
I think or a man with your very likeness, sir. 'Twas so long ago.
Tell me.
Well, sir, you see, Miss Sight's not so good now. 'Twasn't back then neither, but I thought I saw you walking past with a small group trailing along behind ye.
What do these people look like?
It's hard to say, sir. 'Twas so long ago, but he walked by so quick-like. But I remember now the way ye held your head up. There was a woman following ye, trying to stop ye, to get you to turn around, speak to her, but you pushed her away.
What happened then?
A beautiful woman she was. Looked so sad, so angry all at once. She stood there for a moment, then followed along behind ye. Just the same, hustling to catch up.
Said there was a group? Who else was there? She shrugs.
There was at least 2 other gentlemen with you, sir. And the only one I remember too clearly, though, was a tall, thin, reeked of bub. He did. I smelled him from across the way. Looked like he hadn't bathed in ages, too. He followed you close, he did, and never said a word. Acted like the woman wasn't even there, even when she bumped against him. Trying to stop ye. That's all I remember, sir.
I'll give her some copper for her time. Here, have 20 copper. She stares at the heaping handful of coins for a moment, as if unsure what to do. Hold them a bit closer, and she finally takes them, laughing uneasily.
Oh my. Why, thank ye, sir. May the lady's shadow pass ye over, and fortune always find ye. Please come back and visit me any time.
Nothing, just passing by. Where does this lead? This leads over here?
Done.
There is something really funny about how one of the, like, common NPC types is just Abishai. This foul-looking man is quick to notice he's caught your attention. The moment he's upon you, hawking his wares, carries a long wooden pole. Dozens of skinned and cooked rats dangle from it. As he speaks, he gestures to them with a broad, filth-encrusted hand, smiling, a yellowed, snaggletooth grin all the while. "Oh, Cutter, how you doing there? What sort of delicious ratsies you interested in this fine day?" Examine the ratsies. Each rat's been skinned and gutted, their feet and tails removed. They dangle from the pole, hooks punched through their necks. As you examine the various manners in which they've been prepared, you realize their heads are slightly misshapen. A bulbous knot of bone protrudes from each cranium, covered in whorls that give it the appearance of brain tissue. Those are some strange-looking rats. Those are cranium rats. You got a keen eye there, Cutter. All I sell is brain vermin, I do. I'm sure you'll find they got much richer flavor than your usual rat. Quite nice, really. He proffers them to you once more, waving the pole before your face enticingly. Rats sway to and fro, hooked like tiny sides of beef. Brain vermin? Cutter, brain vermin. Foul creatures they are. Now your normal rats, they just eat stored goods and multiply, spread disease and all. A nuisance, really, no more. A cranium rat, though. Brain vermin, what I go after. They're just trouble. When you get more than a handful of little pikers together, they start to get smart on you. Sometimes real smart. Yep, they become more intelligent. As I'm standing here before you, they do. If I ran across any more than 20 of them, I'd flee from my case like that. Snaps to emphasize the point. I would. You get that many of them in a pack, why they get smart as a man, they do. Go on. Here's my best advice for you, Cutter. If you're bent on catching brain vermin, stick to small packs. A dozen or so at most. But I can tell you. He steps close, his breath fetid in your face, and speaks in a hushed tone. You run into more than that. More than a couple dozen. You run like you're in the shadow of the lady. He backs away from you again. What's there to fear? Sorcery, Cutter, sorcery. He gets enough of those little fiends into space, they gain all sorts of odd powers. Make a Bash's brain pour out his ears, they will. Downright frightening. It's just wrong, I tell you. That's why Sigel's so eager to be rid of him, bounty and all. One pays for rat's tails? That's right, Cutter. There's a Burke in the Office of Vermin and Disease Control named Lord. Pays a bounty on him. A copperhead tail, it is. But they gotta be brain vermin, they do, not just ordinary rats. Tell me about this Lort fellow. Name's Phineas Lort. Think he was some sort of Ighup? He was put down by his rivals and stuck here in the arse end of Sigil. Burke sits in there alone all night and day. Seems waiting for folk to bring in tales and paying him the bounty. You know the best part? Orsod must be allergic to rats, because he's always got a huge rash going. I was be praised, I ain't that fella. Put down, any idea why that would happen? Well, he's right chatty, he is. He'll rattle his bone box for hours on just how smart he is and the like. Mayhap he's got something to do with it. He shrugs. That's got something to do with it. Okay, I'll go speak to him. Touches your arm. I see you're leaving, Cutter. Before you go, do you like a nice, delicious ratsy? One for the road, you might say. No thanks. Something tells me that, something tells me that eating cranium rat probably isn't a good idea. A squat man with rash-covered skin and several pustules covering his face. His clothes seem to mark him as some sort of an official. They're dirty, wrinkled, and covered in rat hair. As you watch, he idly scratches himself with his stubby fingers. Greetings? Ah! The old man shrieks and jumps, startled, clutching at his heart. He takes a deep breath and pushes the spectacles up on his rash-ridden nose. Yes? What is it that I can do for you? He scratches his nose and looks you up and down, studying your scars. Have little to nothing in the till, so if you've come to plunder the premises, this locale is ill-chosen. I'm not here to plunder the premises. Who are you? I'm the respected Phineas T. Lord, 39th. I did read it as 39th. I did read it properly. Charge of this hive branch of the Office for Vermin and Disease Control. It's my distinguished privilege. Scratches his chest and puffs up. Inform you that we, the bureaucratic sense of the world, we meaning to encompass the Sigil bureaucracy as a whole, are accepting bounties on all manner of vermin and strays that infest the... Scratches again. Fair streets of Sigil, hub of the multiverse, and the city which sits at the center of all things, the city by which all other cities are measured. Bounties?
Updated my journal.
Yes, we, in the bureaucratic sense of the whole of the world, we meaning to encompass the Sigil bureaucracy as a whole, we are accepting tangible proof of the eradication of brain vermin, aka cranium rats from the hive area, where they've clustered quite thickly for the past many years. As recent census of the vermin population has shown, I'm empowered by the Sigilian bureaucracy to pay a bounty of he puffs up dramatically, 1 copper common per cranium rat delivered to my branch office. Cranium rat? Cranium rats are a species of vermin that become more intelligent the more of them are in close proximity to each other. 1 cranium rat alone is but a nuisance that chews on at boards and burrows into food. But 5, 10, or more, and their intelligence grows until it surpasses even the intelligence of one such as myself. Scratches and then sniffs disdainfully. I imagine that 2 or 3 cranium rats might be enough to outwit you, sir. Another comment like that and you'll be wearing your ass as a hat. How many cranium rats are in Sigil? More than enough to last a bounty hunter a lifetime. Perhaps several. How did someone as illustrious as you end up in such a place? Well, it's quite an epic tale, you see. I was born here in Sigil. I was born here in Sigil. Hard cut to the rest. You've rested for 8 hours. And then I realized I had somehow offended my colleagues, for I found myself promoted to this branch office and have remained here for these past many years. He sighs, then idly scratches at his nose. I had some other questions. Is that rash of yours contagious? My rash? Contagious? No. Well, at least I don't think so. It's a symptom of the position, I'm afraid. Job literally grows on you. Well, thanks for your time.
All right.
He's just an eepy lad. Why is it still nighttime? I rest here? I'm not allowed to rest in this area. Awesome.
I'm gone. I'm gone.
Streams of tears have carved channels down this man's dust-covered face. He seems to be a monk or a holy man of some sort, but the dirt covering his body makes it nearly impossible to see the man beneath. He's chanting and rolling his head back and forth. Looks like some sort of ritual. Greetings. The man stops his frenzied chanting and glares at you with his tear-rimmed eyes. He opens his parched mouth to speak, but all he can manage is a withered croak. What's wrong? Why are you crying? His voice is so hoarse that it sounds like he's been without water for days. As you watch, a tear trickles down his face. I am a crier of Essanon. Essanon? Who's
Dated
that?
My journal.
Who is Essanon? Man throws back his head and gives a rasping laugh. It sounds brutal and defeated. Essanon is not a man, but a city. Why do you cry for a city? By its name, because Essanon must not be forgotten. All the criers of Essanon carry this burden. You mourn a city? Why would you do such a thing? Because its name is all that remains. Its avenues of light, its great spiraling parks. When it was laid waste and reduced to memory, only 70 of its people survived. It was our duty to see that its name was remembered across the plains. Many criers of Essanon have died for the sake of remembering. Many. If it places... I mourn the loss of your city and your citizens. Farewell.
Go on, just a peek then.
Don't think so.
Huh.
See a pale man standing in the middle of the room. He's hunched over and doesn't look well. Greetings. I feel terrible. What happened? I'm not sure, but I think a bit of rest will do me good. Can you please leave me alone? Farewell. Okay.
All right.
Hi, Sybil. How are you? In a loud, booming voice, Braskin asks, "What in the name of the abyss are you doing in my house? Leave now before I make you even more ugly than you already are." Farewell.
Done.
Oh, come on, lady. Tell me.
I'm gone.
Hi, Chuckling Bird. How are you? First impression of Mara is that it needs a long bath, preferably away from any creature that has any sense of smell. You can almost see the stench waft from his body in sinister yellow tendrils. It's going all right. We basically haven't made any progress. We've been kind of fucking around a bit still. He motions toward you frantically in an effort to get you to come over and talk to him. I'll approach and hear what he has to say. A look of excitement crosses his face as you approach. Thank you for stopping. My name's Mar, and I have a favor to ask of you. I'm listening. It's a matter of life or death. It must be delivering this here box, or it'll be my head for sure. Isn't me bad luck. I twisted me leg something fierce. So will you help me out by delivering this here box for me? I'll deliver it for you. Mar slowly takes out a small box from within the recesses of his ragged clothing. For the briefest of moments, you see a look of regret cross his face. Then it's gone. As he looks at you and hands you the box, a slight shimmer surrounds the box as both you and Mar touch it. A sigh of relief is heard as Mar releases the box in your care. This is cursed, isn't it? What now? This be needing to be delivered to Kuatra. He can usually be found somewhere in town in the southeastern section of the hive. Oh, unless you try, don't say I didn't warn you. Whatever happens, don't open the box. And don't leave the hive with the box. Now be off with you.
Updated my journal.
Come on, Cutter, what are you afraid of? My girls will make you feel like a man.
This appears to be a small wooden box. Intricate designs etched in gold adorn the box. At one time, this box would have been worthy enough to be displayed at any aristocrat's estate. However, years of neglect have taken their toll, and it appears to be falling apart. If not for the large ruby mounted on the front of the box, it would be worthless. Feelings of dread seem to emanate from the box. Chat, do we open the box? We got to, right? We've got to open the box, right? We made a quick save. We're just gonna make like an extra quick save.
I got a good place for you to stay. Come inside. You'll live longer. We got warm beds in here, Cutter. Come on in.
See a well-crafted, ornate box with a large red gem mounted on the face of the box. Feelings of dread seem to emanate from it. I'll open it. What is that? Fiend from Mordor's box. It turned into goo. It's got a magical rusted dagger. Okay, I'm gonna load the game and then...
Done.
Wait, this is not the right...
All right.
Okay, here's the right one. Fiend that likes boxes, a friend to the isopod that loves circle rooms. Oh, that connects here. Interesting.
Get a room and a girl, Cutter.
Where? Kuatra. Where was Kuatra?
Hey, you. Hey, Cutter, come on inside and get warm. We'll get you behind the bed.
Done.
Try these spices, sir. Oh, you can just taste them all over here.
All right. I'm gone.
Imagine actually doing like main story shit instead of just... Oh wait, is it this person up here?
Ugh, I've never seen something so ugly I've not.
No. I also love that Morte has 1 1/2 attacks here.
Done.
You see that?
Hell, look. I told Craddock I was filling in for you. You still have your job. Just watch yourself.
Updated my journal.
Hell, grunts. Oh, what a fool I was. I just popped out for a quick bite of bub, and the next moment, grinds his teeth. Thank you for the good word. I appreciate it, I do. Just be careful next time. Farewell.
Come on in, Cutter! Come on in, Cutter, you're gonna love this!
Really?
Done.
Where the fuck is Kuatra? There's a room back here?
Die. I'm gone.
Hmm.
I'm
Oh,
gone.
here they are. Ken, I thought I told you not to bother me. I was told to deliver this box to you. Well, why didn't you say so in the first place? Let's see what you got for me. I'm sure it'll need to be inventoried. Mar told me to give this to you. As you hold the box out for him to take, Kuatra's expression turns from one of interest to that of intense horror. No, please get it away from me. I don't understand. Why are you afraid of this box? I said get back. Death. Evil. Had to dupe Mar. Couldn't take it anymore. Please, take it to Braskin. Lives southwest. No! Apparently the side of the box is just too much for him as he runs screaming from the building. Wait, what am I supposed to do with...
Updated my journal.
It's not even that big of a deal. We already killed the demon in another timeline.
I'm gone.
Don't be a baby about the demon inside the box. Everybody's dealt with a little demon inside of a box before.
All right.
It's like bread and butter. Strange encounter with Kutro when I was entrusted to deliver the strange box to. Seemed to be afraid of whatever lies within it. When I showed it to him, he became so frightened he began to babble, then took flight. When I could make out, he wanted me to take the box to someone named Braskin, who lives somewhere in the southwestern section of the hive. Welcome back, Ender.
All right.
What was the name I was looking for again? Braskin?
Done. I'm gone.
Freed from your imprisonment in the tummy ache dimension. Yeah.
All right. Wounded. Damn. I'm gone.
Loud ass spell sound effect. Get your ass over here. Man, how long do I have to wait until I can actually get some damn inventory space? I just want to sell all of this stuff so I don't have to carry it anymore. See a woman with a worried look about her face. Greetings.
I'm waiting for my husband to get back. He's been gone for a while now, and I'm getting worried.
He'll be back soon.
I'm sure you're right. Oh my, look at the time. If you'll excuse me, I have some work to finish up.
I'm gone.
Braskin was the guy, right? Braskin was the guy. What, you again? Unless you have some business with me, I suggest you leave my house immediately. I was told to deliver this box into your care. Well, why didn't you say so? Hand it over and you can be on your way. As you present the box to Braskin, his expression changes from one of anticipation to that of amusement. Whoa there. I won't fall for that trick a second time. Put that thing away and leave. I don't understand. Why won't anyone take this box? First Kuatra and now you? Did you say Kuatra? Braskin lets out a great bellow of laughter. Why, that's the fellow who bought the box off me. Thought he got the best of me when he bought it. Guess he figured the gem alone was more than worth the price he paid to me. Poor fellow didn't realize just what he'd gotten himself into until it was too late. Hi, Looney. How are you? Just what's so horrible about this box? You mean you really don't know anything about that box you're holding? Well, I guess it won't hurt to tell you what I know. First off, so you don't get any ideas in your head, the curse on that box only affects the current owner of the box. And to be the owner of the box, you have to willingly take possession of it. There goes the idea of just leaving the box for someone else to find. But what's in the box? Now, that's a good question. That box has been around the hive since anyone can remember. There have been many rumors flying about. As you can imagine, over time the truth's been warped a little bit further with each retelling of the story. I'm doing alright. I've heard many a story about that box. They all seem to have a recurring theme. Name given to that foul thing is Mordor's box. And the owner of the box will die should he or anyone else open it. As to the contents, who knows? Some say it's an ancient dragon, while others say it's the evil soul of Mordor himself. Can't tell for sure, but just looking at it, any soul can tell it's something evil. One would be a fool to open it. What am I supposed to do with it? I would suggest you go see Shalandra. She lives in the northeastern region of the hive. It's from her that I won the box. Who knows? Maybe she'll have more knowledge of what to do with it. Or you can find some other clueless Burke to take it off your hands. It's up to you. I wish you luck.
Updated my journal.
The box that force fems you.
Can't afford to get cut off.
Wait, this is the... Why did it... What the fuck? Immediately slam that open, yeah.
Done.
Looks like the Dusty's lost one of their deaders. All starter could be telling his copper about now.
Here's Shalandra.
And yet another interruption. Person can't even find privacy within one's own home. Please leave before I summon the guards, or better yet, I'll try out a new spell I've been toying with.
Wish to learn more about this box. You hold out Mordor's box and for Shalandra to examine.
Ah, yes. I remember this box well. I acquired it some time ago. What do you wish to know about it?
Who did you get this from?
Let me think. I don't recall whom I got it from. I just remember it was down in the marketplace looking for some spell components when some person offered me this box. After testing the box, I found it to be cursed, but was intrigued by the spells woven into the box, and so I purchased it anyway.
If you were so intrigued by the box, what made you decide to give it away?
I was young and brash back then. In my restless pursuit of knowledge, I carelessly undid one of the spells. Look closely at the box. It was like new when I had it. The signs of decay are an indication that the spells are weakening. I realized I was in danger if I kept the box any longer, so I held a contest to get rid of it.
Contest?
It was the most expedient way to rid myself of it. I simply invited all the bashers in the hive to fight each other to determine who was the best. And bashers are notorious for having big muscles and not much upstairs. If you know what I mean, they came like flies to honey. I offered some money and the box as a prize. I believe some basher named Braskin won the contest.
I've got more questions. You seem to know something about magic. Can you tell me what spells have been put in this box?
For many years, I studied the box and tried to learn its secrets. Spell upon spell upon spell has been woven into it. To my amazement, my studies revealed that all the spells are the type used to confine fiends.
Fiends? You mean there are fiends trapped within this box?
No, not fiends. A fiend. And judging by the sophistication and power of these spells, it would have to be one of significant standing and power in this realm.
Or in its realm. Got more questions? Can you safely remove the spells on this box?
Seeking to remove yourself from this box, eh? That spell is the worst of them all. Basically, that particular spell draws energy from the current owner of the box and uses it to power one of the spells in confinement. And that isn't the worst of it. The fiend inside can smell this energy and would more than likely hunt down the person should it escape. It's really a no-win situation to own that box. Either it drains you dry of your energy, or the fiend within kills you.
I see. If you don't mind, I'd like to ask you some more questions. You know the history behind this box?
And the only thing I've been able to learn is its name. It's called Morador's Box. As to who this Morador is, or the origins of the box, I do not know.
More questions? Is there a way to safely dispose of Morador's box without hurting anyone?
I'm not strong enough to fight or banish such a creature. It's been ages since I've been there, but there was a cathedral located in the middle of the Alley of Dangerous Angles. A priest or someone who gains their power from a higher source might be able to help you.
You've been a great help,
Updated
thanks.
my journal.
A priest might be able to help you. You know, priests, the notoriously easy, like, the notoriously very easy to find in the city of Sigil, where the Lady of Pain doesn't like gods. world are you supposed to see that this is a door by, like, other than just holding tab to see where the door spot is? Lost soul has returned. Come, let us give thanks to Auskar and celebrate your return. I assume you've reconsidered about joining my congregation. And the place where you got jumped immediately upon entering the area. To be fair, that was because I didn't pay the toll. And if I had paid the toll, they wouldn't have actually jumped me. I come seeking counsel concerning a box and a demon. You explain to him your predicament. Aula seems to consider things for a moment, then speaks to you. Hi, Erica. I, a humble disciple of the great Auskar, can indeed help you. First, you must relinquish the box to me. Aula places Morador's box within a wire pyramid-shaped structure, and then mutters a prayer to Auskar. Familiar shimmering of a portal soon fills the sides of the pyramid. Aula then casually reaches through the portal and flips open Morador's box. You scream in an attempt to stop him, but you're too late. Almost instantly, the box begins to disintegrate as a sickly smoke begins to fill the interior of the pyramid. A feeling of immense dread fills the room, as it's all you can do to keep yourself from bolting from the tent. You notice as the tendrils of smoke touch the sides of the pyramid, they're drawn into the swirling vortex of the portals. As the last tendril of smoke disappears, feeling of dread passes. Aula smiles a bit nervously at you. Witness the power of Auskar, keeper of gateways. Sure, a fiend with such power that it required so many spells to contain it will have no problems making its way back here. When it does, it's going to be looking for you. I have taken that into consideration. You see, each side of the pyramid contained a portal to a different plane. In effect, I scattered its essence far and wide across the multiverse. Did you know there are races out there that consider demons a sort of delicacy? He begins to chuckle softly as he reaches into the pyramid and sifts through the ashes of the box, removing the gem that was attached to it. Payment for my services. I'll use this to help rebuild my beautiful cathedral. Keep the gem. You've more than earned it. Farewell.
Updated my journal. I'm gone.
Wait, did it actually get, like, slightly more repaired, or am I imagining things? Updated my journal. I can't wait until we, like, have to fight Pharod or something, and we're just, like, extremely jacked because we've done every single side quest. Well, I say every single. We've still got a handful that we haven't done, but...
What? Not good enough for you, eh?
What if he's been doing side quests too and is even more jacked? Get your bitch ass back here.
The rock sings true.
All right.
Hi, Mar. Mar's eyes take on a wild look as he sees you approaching. In a high screeching voice, he asks, "What you be doing back here? Don't come back till you deliver the box. I got rid of the box. Does me heart good to hear you say that. Or you kills me for the horrible deed of tricking you into taking that box. Please let me try to explain. I'm listening. Explain yourself. The long and the short of it be that that box has been around long as anyone remembers. Chances some folks were fighting, and when it was done, a huge demon was imprisoned inside the box. Other folks say an evil wizard made it just for seeing others suffer. No one rightly knows what the truth behind the box be, but the owner of the box will die should it be opened. Why didn't the owner just put the box where no one could find it? Aye, it should have been as simple as that. But who among us could live with a death sentence lingering over their head? To drive any sane man over the edge, having to worry about the whereabouts of that damnable box at all times. Why me? Hi, God Zephos, how are you? It's been a hot minute. I hope you've been doing good. First, I haven't seen you around here before. You see, I needed a clueless merc such as yourself to accept the box and make him the new owner. Everyone around here knows not to take the box, not for any price. Secondly, if you didn't examine the box when you had it, you would have noticed whatever magics were placed on it were weakening. With me being the current owner and all, he sees I needed to pass it on right quickly. Besides, if anyone looked ready to pass on onto the next realm, it was ye. Want to talk about passing on to the next realm? Keep talking or you'll find out about it. Obviously, I picked a cutter of no small means. Surely this has been but a minor inconvenience to one such as ye. I offer this weapon and some jink to line your purse as a reward for your troubles. 'Tis all I own, and coincidentally, 'twas what that rat Kutra used to get me to take possession of the box. Give me my reward and leave me.
Journal.
Ooh, an axe. I can actually use that. Okay, let's actually go to Ragpicker Square.
All right.
You know, the place that we've been meaning to go for... Man is draped in filthy, tattered brown robes, a long hood concealing most of his face from view. Greetings. See his eyes narrow beneath his hood, and he takes a step back. What do you want? I had some questions. Raises an eyebrow. I have some for ye, then. Like, what did you want to know, and how badly do you want to know it? I'm looking for a man named Pharod. Look around you, Cutter. I don't make enough jink to go lighten up the dark for nothing. I'll take a bit of coin, it will, if he wants the chant. Studies the coin for a moment and lay in his hands. Looking for a man named Pharod. Narrows his eyes suddenly. Pharod? What about him? You seem suddenly wary. Why? Pharod, he spits, sneering contemptuously. Ragpicker Square is Sharegrave's, me boss's territory, you see. Pharod and his dogs came in a whiles back and tried to oust us. Fought him off, we did. They're all hiding somewhere now. Catch one of his lads now and then around the square. Now and then around the square. Usually we turn him into a quick spot of jink at the mortuary. The pike and sods. Do you know where Pharod is? I know where the rat bastard isn't. He ain't where most of the collectors call Kip, in Ragpicker Square. But that he's close by, there's some of the chant. Somewhere's the chant. Automod has been very, like, upset at people today for some reason. Do all collectors share your opinion of Pharod? Also looking for a journal. Okay. Goodbye. Well, keep yourself safe, Cutter. If I find you in the streets, I'll be kind to your corpse.
I'm gone.
Yellow fingers. This Weasley-looking fellow is skulking around about the garbage, like a tattered shadow. Seeing you and Morte, he beckons to you. Say, skull. Where'd you get the skull, eh? Whose skull it is? Give it back to me. Morte turns to the hiver. Bike off. This is not your skull. Calling me a liar, eh? Skull's mine, mine! Mumbles for a moment, eyes rolling and darting. Eat a thief spitting lines. I'll gut ya. Go on, try it, see what happens. Man glances at you, eyes narrow. Suddenly he attacks. Okay. Squad, jump this man.
Valley.
This man is whistling a cheerful tune and playing with a well-kept fighting knife. As you approach him, he stops whistling and gives you a curious look. What you want? And some questions. My name's Ratbone, Cutter. I'm a thief for hire, in the employ of Sharegrave, boss of the collectors, you see. Around the square, he pays me mostly to learn his lads to be real quiet-like. And how to fight if they runs into a spot of trouble. That's likely the only questions I'll answer for you, Cutter. Thief for hire, could you train me? Sure, fresh spotted jink. Been trained before? No, I haven't. That's fine. Gonna cuff you now, but dodge it. Suddenly swings his open hand at your head. Okay. You avoid Ratbone's blow. Not bad, Cutter. How about that spotted jink? 50 commons and I'll see you trained right up. Okay. You know, you gotta stop doing whatever you're doing right now, right? Can't be a warrior. Oh, okay. No, I'd best not. Oh, hi, Sharegrave. Tall and lanky, this pale, grim-looking man exudes authority. Despite his ganglion, somewhat awkward frame, a good portion of his left ear is missing. And what little that's left is a ragged mess of scar tissue, as if the ear was bitten off rather than cut. His narrow, shifting eyes, almost mere slits, look clever and dangerous. Greetings. He spits out a reply. I don't know you, Burke. He glares at you. What do you want? Answer quick before I call in some men to make quick work of you. Who are you? He scoffs and looks at you incredulously. Burke, who I am is the second thing you should have known before you stomped your shivved up corpse-looking self in here. What's the first thing? That I hate visitors and I loathe strangers. You're both. He sneers and taps his finger to his temple. Figure out the rest on your own. Seems moderately surprised at your arrival. Huh? Didn't expect to see you again, Burke. What do you want of me? Had some questions. That's so, like what? Looking for a man named Pharod. Tension in the room suddenly rises. Oh, what a funny thing to be asking about. What do you want to know about old blood Pharod for? He stole something from me and I want it back. The man is silent for a moment, then cracks a smile. He steals from us all, doesn't he? Whether we're living or dead? Chuckles. What do you mean? Our main source of living around here is the dead. You follow? You're a collector. Aye, that's right. He looks at you as if he's considering something. There's only so many debtors at one time. My bloods and I can only gather so many. If somebody else is gathering debtors, that's much less jink that goes into our pockets. Pharod's taking bodies too. Aye. So?
Updated my journal.
Rub is that he found the motherload of them. Now, I haven't heard of any massacres in Sigil. Brown's tapping at his chin. Quite interested in knowing where all the debtors are coming from. I could find out for you if you like. Oh, aye? And how would you do that? All I need to do is find him. Let me worry about the rest.
Updated my journal.
You got it. I'll even give you 100 copper commons for your trouble. Go up on the platforms, follow them to the north and west. You'll come to a gate that leads to Pharod's bolt hole. Getting in and getting information is your deal. And if anyone asks, you don't know me and we never had this talk. Here? Who are you? A smart cutter you don't listen too well. Yeah.
All right.
Rats.
Damn.
Yo, thanks for the sub, Melody. How are you doing? I hope you're doing good. Planescape's going pretty good.
All right. I'm gone.
Nod. As you approach the hooded, brown-robed man, you notice that he's mumbling to himself softly and occasionally nodding. Greetings. Someone comes to speaks to nod. Speaks to nod, aye. He suddenly breaks into a fit of hacking coughs, then nods to himself. What are you doing? Nothing, except looking for debtors. Nothing else. He sniffs, then gives another hacking cough. He mumbles for a moment, then speaks again. Nothing else. Need the jink, jink. Some questions? What? He sniffs and then squints at you. Squinks at you? Jink. He taps his head and points at you, then points at his hand. Wants to know something, jink. Aye. Never mind then, farewell.
I'm gone.
You stop pacing so I can talk to you? What? Who? Greetings. I really don't have time to talk with you. Ugh. I really don't have time to talk with you. You see, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to complete my spell without the key component. Maybe I can help? Aaron pauses for a second. I guess it couldn't hurt. I'm in need of a ruby to complete my spell. Must be of exceptional quality, not like the junk they sell at the marketplace. Should you find one, bring it back to me, and I shall make it worth your while. Well,
Updated my journal.
okay. Another side quest to add to my
I'm gone.
collection. This squat old woman looks like she's had all the color bled out of her. Everything from her hair to her shawl to her robe are all shades of gray. The only splotches of color on her come from the several strange herbs which are tied to her belt by their stalks. The herbs make a strange swoosh when she moves, like a broom. Greetings. The elderly woman turns and stares at you, and you notice the gray shades blanketing her body extend to her features as well. Her hair is wispy gray, and her eyes are like chips of granite. She frowns when she sees you.
And who might you be,
I'm a traveler.
Is that so? And where have you traveled from, then?
From mortuary through the hive to here.
A mortuary, palefaces. All concerned with making sure the debtors are all in just the right places. Puh. Dusties and fools. 2 words, same meaning.
The woman's features suddenly go blank, and her eyes roll into the back of her head. Are you alright? Woman starts mumbling in her tone.
Me, I'm Dusty. Me want to die 'cause this life fake.
Her eyes snap back to front and she snorts. Ugh. Sorry, my throat's being dumb.
And Dusties. No sense in no nothings.
She points her finger at you.
You run out of this life, child. There's little or no place to go.
I see. Who are you? A slight cackle, she wags her eyebrows.
Have you not heard of old Mebeth, then? The midwife of the square? Have you not now?
She narrows her eyes and her voice drops.
Well, now. Well, now you have. For I be Mebeth.
You're a midwife? What do you do?
My journal.
I set bones right, drive the cough out of the sick, yank out squealing stubborn babies, mend cloaks or a rag or two, make cures and herbs, and other such.
She squints at you, studying your scars.
And be needing a cure or 3, do you then?
Cures?
Aye, you be needing some cures to look at ya. Do you want to buy some, do ye?
She glances at the scars covering your body again, then shrugs.
And too late to be asking for 'em, I think.
Hi, Chillcaster. I don't need any cures now, but they might be useful later. Could I see what you have? Whole bunch of charms. Scroll of remove curse. Amazing. The Divine Censor. Chat, we found a spot where we can sell the stuff. The value does seem to go down, except for the bronze rings, strangely enough. The bronze rings don't seem to devalue, but some of the other stuff seems to devalue as you use them. Man, we just made bank. Let's see. Okay, and the ring gives +1 to AC, so that's a ring of protection. +10 to stealth skill bonus. We should probably take the one off currently and identify it as well.
I'm gone.
Rule of 3 earring. What? When held in the hand and the word copper is whispered, it gives the wearer 33 copper commons. Okay, I'll bite. Goofy ass magic item. Need of healing.
Updated my journal.
Blanket it. Gray pollen swirls around the room, blanketing you and your companions. You breathe deeply, and in less than a moment later, you feel strangely refreshed. Thank you. Okay. Good to know. Mabeth's, the midwife's hut, is very important. Because it seems to be the only place currently that we can actually sell shit. The archway leads only inches into the small building before becoming blocked by a solid wall of refuse. Rubbish is packed so tightly as it may as well be stones and mortar.
Updated my journal.
Hold up, Chief. Look at this. Peering down, you notice a number of dirty footprints that lead into the archway and not turn around. Must be a portal through here or something. A portal? How do we open it? Haven't the slightest, Chief. It's gotta be a common key, though. Look at all the traffic that's gone through. Maybe one of the lowlives around here will know. The pathing AI in this game is not particularly smart.
Done.
Orte, you're in the way.
What's up? Okay.
Done.
Full room. Greetings. Nothing, farewell. Okay. I'll deal with
I'm
that in
gone.
just a sec. Marrow friend. Oh, there's a portal there. You can smell the reek of dung and rotting meat on this man, even from afar. Though obviously weak and decrepit, his long, thin fingers and sunken eyes give him a sinister look as he scuttles through the garbage around him. The way he drools and rolls his eyes makes you wonder if he's mad. Greetings? He tries to focus on you, but his gaze wanders. His eyes are set deeply into hollow sockets, and his skin is terribly pale and diseased, covered with rashes and yellowed patches that look ready to peel from his body at any moment. The stench emanating from him is terrible. As you open your mouth to speak, he licks his lips and swallows. You deader? What did you say? You. He licks his lips again. His long, spindly fingers pick at his skin as he stares at you. You deader? He glances to your left, and his eyes dart back to you. Dead? Dead? Hungry. He reaches out to touch you, licking his scabrous lips. I'll let him touch. His fingers scrabble spider-like on your arm, as if looking for a piece to tear off. He licks his split lips again. As you watch yellowish drool drip from them, with a raspy moan, his fingers suddenly dig into the skin on your arm and pull off a bit. I'll step back. You watch and feel your stomach churn as he takes the bit of flesh and shoves it into his mouth. Chews it slowly, then swallows. You dead? No, I'm not dead. Tasted. Scratches himself beneath his robe, and you suddenly notice that he has a finger hanging from his neck on a cord. Looks like there's a ring on it. Still hungry. What is that, finger bone? He looks down, his plague-ridden features twisting in a ghastly snaggletooth parody of a grin. Snack! He looks ready to chew on it. Don't eat that. Have a bite off me instead. I'm more fresh. He smiles and reaches for your outstretched hand. Give me the finger bone first, marrow friend. He nods greedily and lets you take a finger bone. I'll let him bite me. His teeth sink into the meat of your forearm and pull a chunk away with a single retch of his neck. The pain is excruciating, but marrow friend sits on his haunches as if nothing happened, chewing noisily at the mouthful of meat he pulled away. Thanks, farewell. I like that actually did a little bit of chip damage to me. Okay, so what is in this portal? I'm biting you, biting you, biting you, biting you.
All right.
the fun room that you can't leave. Unlike the other collectors you've seen, the robes on this one seem to be of fine quality. Ah, another debtor has come to visit us. Please excuse the mess. My colleagues haven't had the time to tidy up. There's no way out. Why, sure there is. The door's right over there. You need one of these to activate the portal. It holds up what appears to be a small glass bead. Come, let us talk price. I'm listening. Simple. You pay my comrades and me 100 coppers, and I'll give you the key to the portal. What if I don't want to pay? My friends and I will just have to sell your body to the dustman. Either way, we get paid. I think I'll just kill you instead.
See that? Yeah?
Endure. In enduring, grow strong.
I
In
guess.
the man's name. I'm wounded.
Go ahead and use those bandages. Oh, I forgot that we had a whole bunch of bronze rings equipped in everybody's every other slot.
I'm gone.
There's the portal key. A small, fragile glass bead. Peering inside the bead, you can see colorful mist swirling around. Better break the lock. Did you keep anyone else from entering?
I'm gone.
Okay. Now we come up here to see if the finger works. Also, I should quick save. Let's see. This decayed and nearly meatless finger bone from a humanoid of roughly your size. There's still some sort of odd ring on the finger. It's an intricate thing, sculpted with dozens of tiny ornate phalanges, and decorative protrusions. Oddly enough, it seems firmly rooted to the finger, and no amount of pulling or prying will budge the thing. Almost as if the ring's jagged edges have dug into the lifeless finger itself and refused to release it. Well decayed and nearly meatless finger bone. Yeah. Pull the ring from the finger. Try as you might, you cannot remove the ring. It's almost as if the ring's sharp edges have dug into the lifeless finger itself and refused to release it. I have an odd feeling about it. I'll take off my own finger and replace it. You place the ring finger on your left hand in your mouth and close your eyes. Take a deep breath and bite down as hard as you can. It's a sickening crunch, and you are overcome with the taste and smell of blood. You spit the bloody finger out and place the rotted, ring-laden finger bone against the gushing stump. At first, nothing happens, and you're horrified at the thought of what you've just done. Suddenly, though, you feel a strange tingling sensation as bones fuse and tendons reknit. In moments, the rotting finger bone has become a living part of your body. Though it still throbs painfully, the jagged ring suddenly loosens and slips off onto the palm of your hand. Neat. Cursed. Awesome. Mempo was a mage obsessed with the possibility of having her magic items lost or burgled while she was asleep or otherwise incapacitated. While the vast majority of her carried possessions were inseparable from her corpse and thus buried with her, some of her weaker items, early experiments perhaps, were left behind and remained in the world of the living. Mempo's biting ring, whose powerful aura protects its bearer from bodily harm, is one such ring. However, once placed upon one's finger, the ring bites down and holds so tenaciously that it's nigh impossible to remove from the bitten digit. I mean, a ring of +2 AC is like...
I'm gone.
Really good? Damn, those descriptions are metal. You missed the part earlier where we ripped out our own eye. What did we get for it? A whole bunch of EXP. The bartender was like, "Oh, you ripped out your own eye and gave it to me as like collateral, basically." And we went back and gave him the money for it, and pulled out our own eye and replaced it with the one that used to be ours from a previous life. And it refused back into us and gave us some EXP and an extra like memory thing. I'm just gonna buy this for now.
I hear your words.
Wait a minute. Is the reason that he can't use all of those spells I wonder if he's not a high enough level to actually cast Identify yet. Bodies aren't supposed to be modular. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and equip the cursed ring on the nameless one. I like the little sound effect it makes. I'm so sorry for everybody who just had to put up with the sound of that. And I'm gonna copy some spells. I could hypothetically spend an extra 900 to, like, learn Remove Curse. Greetings. Had some questions. I'm looking for a man named Pharod. For a man named Pharod. Suddenly very wary. I've already read this. Do you know where Pharod is? What do you know of Mibeth? Midwife? A kind enough woman to be sure. Helps out when you're sick and such. Lives up in a hut along the platforms in Ragpicker Square. You need to see her.
Huh?
I'm gone.
Oh. Questions. 5 copper.
Ink for nod. Chink chink.
Mumbles for a moment, hiding the copper jinx away in the folds of his robes.
Ask nod. Tries to answer I.
Do you know of a man named Pharod? He looks frightened and starts to shake his head.
Pharod.
Scratches at his head.
What? What about him?
He frowns and shakes his head as if he's not sure he should be speaking to you. Do you know where I can find him? Shakes his head, then mumbles. He glances quickly at you, then begins to murmur again to himself. It sounds like he's uttering a prayer against evil.
Nah, not here in square.
Frowns as if unsure how to explain it.
Not in the square.
Shakes his head again, then coughs. Tell me about the collectors. And he scoops up debtors to take dusties. Yeah. That's all I wish to know. Shakes his head and coughs, then resumes his nodding.
Yes, for a nod, I. Not ask ye. Question for ye, I.
Go ahead, ask your question.
Not as a sister, I. Maurice. Maurice. Lives in the hive, away from here. Away from the square. Long, long ago, Nod was separated from his sister, taken away.
So your question
Updated
is?
my journal.
You don't know her?
Shakes his head sadly for a moment, chewing his lower lip.
He sees her. He does tell her. Nod. Her brother worries about her, aye? He does. He worries.
Alright. I'll go do that for you. Nod thanks you.
Not thanksy, he does. Not thanksy. Maurice was pretty, so pretty lives in the... so pretty. Lives in the hive now. Fair skin she was. Hair like jet. Always in blue. Blue. He was always in blue.
Farewell, Nod.
Updated my journal. All right.
You know, I was so sure that Marrow Friend was gonna be like that the ring that we found was gonna be the like access to the portal. Forte, what are you doing?
Done.
You don't think it's tied to like having junk in my inventory, do you?
I'm gone.
Looking.
Done.
You got any junk in here? I didn't want to make you upset. Fuck, this was before we got the, Oh, wait, no. We gotta use...
Done.
And then we need to buy a scroller remove curse.
Endure. In enduring, grow strong.
Okay, now I'll quick save again.
All right.
Hey, we're being watched, Chief. Just look natural. Casual.
What are you doing? Looking for some damn bodies is what I'm trying to do. Some questions. Looking for a man named Pharod. Have some coins. For a man named Pharod. This is the same dialogue tree. There he is. No.
All right.
Wait, was this before the thing that happened in here? Okay, no, it wasn't. Maybe the rogue knows something. Had some questions. Do you know how to get through that trash-packed archway north of here?
Updated my journal.
Nah, I don't. Say, you could ask Creedon, the rat catcher. Sometimes he goes poking around up there and disappears for an odd while. Creedon's usually in the hive, right outside the Office of Vermin and Disease Control. Thanks. That's actually very helpful information.
I'm gone.
I'm waiting for the day that we end up needing to fight
All right.
an Abishai. It's coming. Hi there, Cutter. Well met again. Hungry for some Creedon, or some of Creedon's tasty ratsies, eh? I had some questions. Told to ask a man named Creedon in front of the Office of Vermin and Disease Control about the trash-filled archway in Ragpicker Square. Can you help me?
Updated my journal.
Thanks for a moment. Aye, I know what you're speaking of. There was a lass named Nails who I saw walk through there once. Well, I was looking for rats. I don't know how she did it, though. You can probably find her northeast of here, rooting around in a pile of lumber for nails and the like. Another question? Sure, I want a rat. Yeah. Good, Cutter, good. What sort woods they like? Points to each in turn with a grimy fingernail. Got 'em baked, spiced, boiled, and charred. All fresh, all scrumptious. Only 3 coppers for 2. Spiced. Hand over your coppers, and in one swift motion, he runs a pair of spiced rats through a wooden skewer, unhooks them, and places them into your hand. He winks at you. Joy, Cutter. Eat the ratsy. Rat meat is aromatic and quite spicy. Currently marinated in some sort of herbal mixture before being cooked. It's a bit greasy and rather rich tasting of some other meat you're not quite sure you've had before. The man looks at you expectantly. You like? Would you like another? It was good, but I had a question for you. No thanks. Touches your arm. No thanks.
All right.
Nil straightens and puts her hands on her hips.
And back again, eh? What need you this time?
I was told to ask a woman named Nails, whom I'd find around here rooting about in a pile of lumber, about a trash-filled archway in Ragpicker Square. Can you help me?
Updated my journal.
Nails nods slowly.
It's a portal, you know? Stumbled onto it by chance, I did. All you need to do is have a handful of junk on you when you walk up to it. And you'll be able to pass right through. There's a small open space past the portal, and gate leading to underground, but I figured no sense in asking for trouble, so I just turned around and went right back. Here.
He hands you a handful of junk.
Use this if you like. I was gonna toss it anyhow.
Thanks, Nails. Farewell.
There you will too, then, Cutter.
Done.
Had some questions. As some rat tails, I'd like to collect the bounty on them. Excellent, most excellent. He hums merrily as you complete the transaction. Thank you, good sir. City of Sigil and I appreciate your efforts on our behalf. I Thanks. If I get more rat tails, I'll be back. That only take one? It did only take one. I was right, I needed some junk.
All right.
Oh.
Damn. Done.
You see that?
In knowing the teachings of Zerthamon, I have become stronger. My blade has changed.
Nice. Okay, and now... Okay, so I did just not, just wasn't high enough level.
Done. All right.
Gonna heal up before I go into there. Welcome back, Barrack. It turns out I was right. We did need junk.
I'm gone.
The archway leads only inches into the small building before becoming blocked by a solid wall of refuse. Rubbish is packed so tightly it may as well be stones and mortar. As you come closer, however, the archway's outline begins to shimmer, and you notice the handful of junk you've been carrying about seems to shimmer as well. Press the junk in. The wall of refuse flickers, wavers, and seems to fold in on itself, revealing an open space beyond it. A passage or portal seems to have formed within the frame of the archway.
Done.
And it literally just brings us over here. A ragged, middle-aged collector approaches you as you enter the area. He quickly looks you over and then sneers. Don't know you. I don't believe I've made your acquaintance either. The collector continues to glare at you. Looking for a man named Pharod. What you're looking for is of no concern of mine, Burke. He spits. What's concerning me is that you're still breathing in my presence. Collecting bodies before they're dead sounds like a really good way to meet the lady. You seem to talk some sense into the collector as he turns away from you. Watch your back, Cutter. Most here will talk to you with their blade before their bone box. If you stay much longer, I'd be doing the same. Whatever.
I'm gone.
Lots of stuff. Mine. Yummy, yummy in my tummy.
All right. Done.
I might need to up the mouse scroll speed. Oh. Sure you want to do this, buddy? You want to tussle? I'll tussle. Up. Goodbye. Hi, Armia. I don't know how long you've been here because I've been very laser focused, but I hope you're doing good. Just a few minutes. Yeah, this has been really interesting. Like, I'm more familiar with Baldur's Gate, like Baldur's Gate 1, as opposed to this game, but it's built in the same engine as Baldur's Gate 1, and it's Planescape, which is D&D. But yeah, I really, like, I find it really funny how, like, when I originally, like, booted this game, I really didn't like the look of the UI in this game. And then, like, it's grown on me so much. Morte Pug. Morte looks like he's just finished cracking, like, a really bad joke. And he's like looking at you like that, just waiting for you to like laugh.
I'm gone.
I don't even necessarily mind, like, I just, at the time that I tried this, I just didn't really like the aesthetic of the, I just didn't really like the aesthetic of the UI, because the UI is, like, it's very rusted metal. Oh my god.
Die.
But yeah, I've never actually played Fallout, like Fallout 1 or 2. I honestly feel like I might like Fallout 1 or 2 more than I would like 3. New Vegas notwithstanding, because like I've tried New Vegas and like I don't necessarily dislike it. I just couldn't really get into it. I know that that's like blasphemy, but still.
Rock sings true.
Fallout 1 is pretty short to try as well.
I'm hurt.
We done with this combat? Jeez, that was a lot of enemies. A knee. A knee. A knee.
I'm gone.
But yeah, I don't know. It's definitely not gonna be like a common thing. Like, there's definitely gonna be like decent breaks between them, but like, this has been going well enough that I'm not opposed to
Tanja's folly.
Bro, you just critical missed twice in a row. The portal there. Can you fucking move? But yeah, this has been going well enough that like I wouldn't be opposed to playing more of these. As you enter the room, a large heavyset man gets up from his chair and approaches you. Hello there, name's Bish. Who might you be? My name is Adon. That what? Bish stares blankly at you, then shakes his head violently. Never seen you before. Pharod didn't tell me about no Adon coming around. You notice his hand moving slowly toward his weapon. You best be telling me what you're doing here, Burke. You should throw that in the you should throw those in the games chat, Eric. Perhaps Pharod's confidence in you does not extend as far as you might think. Bish snorts at you. You tell him he best be readjusting those thoughts if he expects my men and me to keep watch over his bleeding stinkhole. He sheaths his weapon and motions at the trap door located on the floor. On with you. Farewell.
All right.
Huge bronze bell. Must be at the top of a bell tower. It's just one game with a really long name.
All right.
It definitely sounds like two. See a ragged man clad in patchwork clothes. He reeks of smoke and trash and has a yellowish cast to his skin. He looks askew at you. What do you want from me, Cutter? Just the answers to some questions. Make it fast, Cutter. I got mouths to feed. Who are you? Ain't important, Cutter. Slipped twixt the cracks too long ago. Or maybe that was me da. One way or another. I'm just another one trying to make make a living any way I can. What are you doing? Trying to make a living. What's it look like? I keep getting asked questions, and it's stopping me from that. Done yet? For now.
All right. Done.
See a short, fat-faced man who's covered in filth and grime. He smells bad and his teeth are rotten. He wheezes as he looks you up and down and says, I'm Quint. You knew? Yes. He looks at you suspiciously. Selling or trading? Yes. His eyes narrow even further. Dealing? With me? Or everybody, Burke? Which is which? With you. Just me? Me? Yes, just with you. That's so, huh? Let's deal. Anything you're interested in? Looking for something. A journal. A journal, huh? Gold leaf, maybe? I don't know. Well, me? He shrugs. Let's talk trades then. High quality sledgehammer. Angleless eye. Oh, interesting. Oh, wait, I can sell these extra weapons that I have. So we could grab this. We should probably buy a couple of blood charms. Iron Knuckles? We'll come back.
All right.
Enjoy your lurk. Probably gonna be ending here in a little bit.
Done. Done.
See a haggard woman, her care-lined face showing every scar the years have left upon her. Her eyes are knowing and tired, and she sniffles as she speaks.
What is it you're wanting from me?
It's the answers to some questions.
Go on then. What did you want to know?
Who are you?
Who I am? Might as well ask for a grain of sand's name, Cutter, because that's about as important as I am.
That's an uplifting viewpoint. What are you doing?
Oh, what am I doing? Why, just trying to eke out a hard scrabble life under Ragpicker's Square. And steering clear of those who put me here in the first place. That's what I'm doing.
Rock sings true.
Do you see that?
Done.
Radine? See a woman with a lined face and drab clothing. Her eyes are far away, and there seems to be a new vitality rising up under her skin, as if she'd been given new life. There's a pattern tattoo around her neck. She starts when you speak to her.
What do you want?
Nothing, just wanted to ask you some questions.
Mayhap I got answers for you, and mayhap I don't.
Tell me about yourself.
Me? I got two names now, and I'll show you only one. I don't want you stealing the new one. You can call me Radine. Or you can call me Radine, pet. And I'll hold on to this other name tight. To myself, I will.
Jeez, Radine. You're allowed to have two names? Two names, huh? Must be nice to have them.
Aye, Poppet, it is.
You give me some other answers? Tell me about this place.
The buried village. A nice enough place, I suppose. If you don't mind the stench of corpses being torn open, garbage heaped on the roof, and the constant scurrying of rats around here. Much colder when with only a name and no number to protect you. That's for sure.
Tell me about the number.
And this squirming thing. It's an identifying number. It's my number given to me by a kind man who saw me cold without protection. Or without the protection of numbers to back me up. Now I got it, and I'm happier than I ever been before.
How does it work?
Safety in numbers. And with safety comes warmth. And with warmth comes comfort. Numbers can do it all for you, dearie, as long as you respect their power.
Tell me about your tattoo.
And this squirmin' thing, it's an identifying number. It's my number given to me by a kind man.
Okay, this is the same. I see. Farewell.
All right. All right.
Oh, this is a lovely place. See a blockish woman dressed in a heavy burlap robe. She lumbers about the room, her joints popping as she bends over to pick up objects from various tables. Her hair is bound back from her head with a bone hairpin. She has a sour, curd-faced expression. She's mumbling to herself in a sing-song voice. Greetings. The woman doesn't appear to hear you. Instead, she stumbles back to one of the long tables and begins picking out one of the corpses.
Come on now.
He clicks her teeth.
And don't be all difficult on Marta. He's being difficult, isn't he, Marta? Yes, yes, he is.
I'll watch. From what you can see, it looks like she's digging teeth out of the corpse's mouth. Only her hands and fingernails. When that doesn't work, she pulls out a splintered wooden chisel and mallet and thwacks the gums until the tooth snaps free. Puts it into the bag at her waist. What are you doing? Marta leaps away from the corpse, startled. She gives a piercing shriek.
Ah!
She catches her breath and hisses angrily at the corpse on the table.
If dead you are not, you might have said something earlier. False corpse, nasty corpse, yes. Have you no shame?
Throw voice. You're the one who should be shamed. Knocking out my teeth like that? Have you no respect for the dead? Marta puts her hands on her hips and puffs up indignantly.
Likes you cared for your teeth. All rotted and scored, and syrup brown. Wonders these hadn't popped out of your bone box.
She scratches her head.
Isn't that right, Marta? Aye, all rotten gone they are.
Yeah. Ooh, you shall be punished for your evil teeth taking, Marta. I shall haunt you until the end of your days.
You hears this, Marta, do yous?
Marta's face scrunches up like a wrung rag.
I hears it, Marta, I hears it.
With a grunt, she starts pounding the corpse with her fists, making meaty thwacks with every hit.
Haunt me, will you? Take this, and this.
Yeah. Oh, stop. I'll haunt you no longer. Forgive me.
Damnable debtors.
Marta takes a deep breath and lets the chisel fall to her side.
And that's more likes it, eh, Marta? Yes, yes, corpse quiet, yes.
I'm the one who spoke, not the corpse. Marta squints and turns.
How'd you get over there so fastest?
She mumbles to herself.
Marta, how did he do that? No glimmer, no glimmer. And this grave...
This grave bait's blind and near deaf. Marta's still mumbling to herself something about corpses and gratitude, which you don't quite catch. Who are you?
Updated my journal.
Marta, did this one asks who I was? Aye, he did.
She starts humming.
And nobody but mine. I am Marta the seamstress. Marta, the seamstress. Marta, the seamstress.
She turns away back to the corpse, singing her name to herself. What are you doing? Marta turns back to the corpse with a huff.
I'm trying to get this Burke to give up his stitches in his teethsies. And he isn't recuperating. No.
She wags her finger as if lecturing a small child.
Stubborn as stone, isn't he, Marta?
She pouts.
Yes, he is.
Stitches and teethsies?
And gotta pulls the stitches out. The teethsies. Marta, perhaps you could give me a hand. I have been giving you a hand, oh Batty. And no one needs to take that tone with me. Pulling out the stitches and teethsies, yes. And the thingies inside.
Thingies inside? I think she means organs. I hope she means organs.
Thingies.
Morte turns to Marta. Yes, thingies. Then turns to you. It's all semantics. Marta, why are you pulling out the corpse's teeth and stitches?
Updated my journal.
Put 'em aside, Martha. That's what I does here.
Scratches her head.
Aye, Marta, we do. A stitchy thread and teethsies are precious. Can be turned into jink-jink. Strip the corpses we bring you, they tell Marta. Pull out the teethsies and stitches. And thingies inside the corpse. Strip 'em cold, then we'll sell 'em to the dusties.
Do you look for things inside the corpse? Can you dig around in my body for anything? Marta squints at you. And then nods.
Marta can do that. Can't you, Marta? Yes, you can.
I am not going to watch this.
Where?
Marta's studying you as if for the best place to crack you open. I did quick save before this. The text is literally still on screen. Try the stomach. You lie on the table and Marta stands over you, a rusty knife at the ready. The stabbing pain as she slices open your abdomen and cuts brutally downwards in a saw-like motion, exposing your innards. Despite the pain, you watch in morbid fascination as she lifts up your stomach. Your vision slowly returns to see Marta standing over you, shaking her head.
Nothing found, eh, Marta?
Shakes her head.
No, nothing, Marta. No luck. Should we try again?
Yeah. I like how all of these are fucked. How about my ribcage? And Namel's being metal again, yeah. Lie on the table, Marta stands, there's a sharp crack as she splits your ribcage open. Choke back your scream, she begins to fish for your lungs, and you gasp for air, you go numb, then black out from the pain. Wait, did the table get more bloody? Not yet. I do find it really funny that seemingly that hasn't actually, like, that didn't actually do anything to me.
I'm gone.
I don't know. The thing is that, like, I'm kind of tempted to keep going with that just due to the fact that, like, this game, it wouldn't surprise me if, like, there's actually something there.
Done.
I mean, funny enough, standardly healing potions don't actually cure disease in D&D. Typically, you need other stuff for that. But we haven't even actually come across any healing potions. Before you is an elderly man, leaning heavily upon a crutch. Left leg is twisted, as if he tried to walk 2 directions at once and paid the price. His maggoty-colored skin is bunched heavily upon his skull, and his eyes are flecked with liver spots. He's mumbling and smacking his lips, and his eyes make a circuit of the room. Greetings.
Updated my journal.
Aha! The Eyes Man lights up as he hears your voice. "'Tis a mighty steady crop of jink come to Pharod's waiting arms again. Greetings, corpse." He smiles a wicked grin. "Have you come to ask Pharod for another jaunt to the mortuary walls?" Pharod, I've come for information. I've been told you know something about me. Know something about you? Light in Pharod's eyes dims. He studies you, mumbling slightly as his eyes flicker up and down your frame. A corpse? No? Yes? His eyes meet yours. Ah! No. Look closely. Do you know who I am? Pharod is studying you with a dead, even gaze. "'Tisn't a mummer's fair. 'Tisn't a mummer's fair, corpse. No time for games, no time for Pharod to play the wheel. What are you asking such questions for?" "I've forgotten myself, and I was told to seek you out, that you would know something of me." Eh? Pharod licks his lips. Make a rasping sound like dry parchment on sand. "Now, who told you to do such a thing, corpse?" "Well, no one told me exactly. There were these tattoos on my back, and they told me to seek you out if I ever forgot myself." So little said, so much told." Pharod falls silent, and suddenly you have a feeling that Pharod is dissecting you, like a corpse on a mortuary slab, just like you were like 2 seconds ago. "I know much you would know. Much, yes. Much indeed." Pharod smiles slowly, folds of flesh on his face peeling back like a curtain. "What do you know of me?" Pharod licks his lips, then settles himself upon his crutch like a vulture. No, not free. Question you ask?" Hasty white hands tap the edge of his crutch. "Much I can tell you, but the telling has a cost." "Go on." Pharod taps the flagstones with his crutch and sneers. "This village is not all that lies buried beneath Ragpicker's Square." "Yes?" "Chambers, vaults, corridors, filled with the dead, all asleep in their coffins. Somewhere in those halls, somewhere there, lies something misplaced, something mine." "What is it?" "A small thing, a trinket, such a trifle." As Pharod speaks, his words start echoing as if 2 people were speaking. You know you've heard them before, and from your own lips. It's a sphere made of bronze. Ugly, feels like an egg to the touch, and it smells of rotten custard, am I right? Pharod falls deathly silent for a moment, then nods. Yes. How much do you hide from me, corpse?" Chuckles. "You return to see if I remember what it is I want." "Do you know where the sphere is?" Pharod sighs like shifting sand. "Why do you suppose I ask you to look for it, corpse? I do not know where it is. I know it's buried deep, far deeper than any villager's ever gone." Pharod tisks. "Maybe in the catacombs, where the waters run deep, deep." "Very well, I'll do it, but I want to know what I'm buying with this trinket." There's a lot of knowing rattling around in my brain box, corpse." Holds up a withered finger. One of them is a bit of wisdom. One wants something, whether they know it or not. There's much I know about you, much that you would want to know." See about finding this sphere for you in exchange for what you know. Very well, a deal struck, a deal made. Pharod cracks his crutch sharply against the flagstone. A sphere for a peek inside my brain box. Now, corpse, there's no time to waste. Go to the gate at the south and east, and tell those slumbering fools to open it for you. Make haste, make haste. Some other questions for you before I leave? Then ask. Pharod smacks his crutch on the stones as if passing a sentence. Come, corpse. Time's short, and so's my patience. When I awoke in the mortuary, I was missing a journal. Do you know where it is? Pharod squints at you, holds a flesh coming down, almost over his eyes. The journal you had when we spoke last. Has it lost itself? Pharod chuckles dryly. These eyes have not seen it. But keep them peeled, I will. I'd love to read such a magnificent work. Had some other questions. You greeted me, you said something about taking me on a jaunt to the mortuary. What did you mean? You tell me, corpse. As the dusties that live there are more to your liking than some sweet-bosomed wench. Pharod taps his crutch on the floor, the clacking echoing through the court. Most forgiving of the dusties to let you stride in and out of there as you please, considering you don't have the decency to stay in the dead book. I wanted to get into the mortuary, but why?
Updated my journal.
Pharod scoffs. Corpse, you were so bent to get in there. Now you spill that you don't even know why. But why's you wanted in there in the first place? Sometimes it's a wonder why the planes turn. What is this place? Pharod's eyes roll in his socket, scanning across the ceiling, walls, then the floor. This here is the Ill-Wind Court. Not a name of my choosing, but thank you kindly. And the kip outside, this court is the Buried Village, corpse. What's the Buried Village? Well, now there's a story. Pharod licks his lips again and shrugs. But to tell true, the story bores me. Short of it, it's a place the hive, or it's the place. It is a piece of the hive that got bricked over one day. A piece of sigil got penned in the dead book. What do you mean? You know them floating goat heads that serve the lady? Them dabooses? Well, no matter if you do or not, they all go around fixing, breaking, burying, building all the time. Follow? Yes, go on. Well, as the chant goes, and a dusty chant it is too. Being so old, them dabus just damn well bricked over a section of the hive one day. And all bodies just forgot about it. Dump a lot of trash on it, and soon nobody even knows it's here. Pharod smiles. Wicked, no? A piece of sigil, all forgotten. How did you find it? Pharod tisks. I still have my eyes, corpse. And I still have my ears, and when you have enough sense to tie the two together, then finding the dark of any matter is not as hard as some make it out to be. Pharod rubs his filthy cloak. Now, was there something else you wanted to pick my brain box about? You didn't just come here to hear about, you didn't just come here to hear about this rag hole, did you? I heard you found a wealth of bodies, Pharod. Where do they come from? Does a mage tell the secrets of his craft? So it is with the collector. Pharod frowns, studying you. Perhaps I will tell you, but you must promise that it is for your ears only. No, make a new save. I have to name my saves very descriptive things whenever I'm like naming saves. What I hear is from my ears
Updated my
only.
journal.
Very well. Pharod taps the flagstones with his crutch and sneers. This village is not all that lies buried beneath Ragpicker Square. Yep. Go on. Ember's Vault's corridors. Pharod gives the faintest of smiles, and his eyes gleam like gold. There are places, black as pitch, filled with weeping stones, and the precious dead, all asleep in their coffins, sleeping. Where do all these dead come from? Pharod affixes you with a lopsided stare. Corpse, everything dies. Life is so short, but death lasts for so very, very long. Many people die many deaths. Many people, many deaths, not die many deaths. You're the only one that dies many deaths, nameless one. His stare travels past you. Such a waste for their deaths to be useless in a dusty's arms, eh? What do you mean?
Updated my journal.
Pharod smiles greedily. Not all the dead that goes to the mortuary gate is fed to the furnace corpse. Dusties bury some of the dead in the city's bowels, under the village. So near, so close. It's such a place, and I would have been a fool not to see opportunities. So you rob the catacombs of the dead dustmen placed there, then sell them back to the dustmen, and then they bury them again. Pharod nods, then chuckles lightly. Sound is like shifting sand. These catacombs are as deep as a dusty's pockets. Very clever. No questions. Farewell.
I'm gone.
Okay. Hopefully this doesn't close the entire game. Hopefully this just kicks me. Oh wait, no, it's not gonna. I'll just. Okay. That is going to be where I end off for tonight. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. It's really weird. Yesterday's stream was like very, very heavy in terms of, it was very heavy in terms of dialogue. This stream was a lot lighter on dialogue. But yeah, we'll see if I end up streaming this tomorrow. We'll see how I'm feeling. That's the rule with Planescape Torment currently is we go until like I need something else to break it up a bit. Because like as much as I do like CRPGs, like sometimes it's difficult to sit down and play them like multiple days in a row, you know? Sometimes you need something with a little bit more, like a little bit less slow and methodical, if that makes sense. Sometimes you just need Celeste. I'm not gonna lie to you, Barrick, I actually have been considering doing some Celeste. Because I still got some Strawberry Jam stuff to do. So God help me if I try to do more Strawberry Jam. I've still got crossover collab stuff to do. I've also got beginner collabs stuff to do. There's just a whole bunch of Celeste. I can also do speed runs. I don't know. I could also finally go back and actually do those side quests from Xenoblade 1 and or not 1 and 2, 2 and 3 that I keep being like, yeah, I was going to go back and do those and then I just haven't yet because I played through the entire series and in the course of like 3 months. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I end up doing tomorrow. We shall see. Uh, here is your raid message. We are going to go poke Armia. Big EP. But yeah. Other than that, uh, I hope to see you here tomorrow. Have a good one and take care, everyone.